Hello, in this video we're going to speak about the updated version of our popular remote for Kame, 3-in-1 remote for Kame version 2. Our remote can copy the original Kame remotes, both with rolling and fixed codes, operating at 433 MHz. Let us first give you a short introduction into the Kame system. Kame remote can operate in different modes. For example, let's take a look at the latest models, Top 42R and Top 44R, with 2 and 4 buttons respectively. This Top 44R remote generates a rolling code at 433.92 MHz. It can be copied to our 3-in-1 remote for Kame version 2, and we're going to demonstrate that with the help of this Kame RE432M receiver. Also here we have another Kame model. This one is the AT04 with 4 buttons. There's also the AT02 model with 2 buttons. We also have models with a fixed code. This one is 24-bit top series remote. There are many other types as well. This one, for example, is the 432SA TAM series, 12-bit remote also with a fixed code. These remotes are also pretty widespread. They are either Twin Series or TW Series remotes. The Twin Series remotes have a red LED light and the TW Series remote a blue LED light. So this one is the TW remote. These last remotes can operate in 3 modes. This particular model can generate a 12-bit fixed code of the TAM series, a 24-bit fixed code of the top series, like these ones, and it can also emit the encrypted TW series code. All these remotes can be copied to our 3-in-1 remote for Kame. Now, how do you tell in which mode the remote is generating the code? Simply press and hold the activation button and pay attention to the flashing pattern. In our case, we see 2 flashes every second. Now, open our catalog or the instruction manual for the remote. There you'll find that 2 flashes means that this is the TAM series code, 12-bit fixed code. Let's try again. These remotes can also emit different patterns of flashes. This one emits constant intermittent flashes. If we consult the catalog or the instruction manual, we'll see that it is the top series code, 24-bit fixed code. Or it can also generate its own encrypted code. This will be indicated by 3 flashes every 2 seconds. This is the protected TW series code. One thing of note, these original remotes also have a copy function. They can copy the signal from another original remote even if that signal is protected. But for that you need to know the initial position of the dip switches inside the remote which you wish to copy. If these dip switches are in the wrong position, the remote cannot be copied to another original remote. However, even with the wrong positioning of the dip switches, the remote will be copied to our 3-in-1 remote for Kame, and the copy will work without any problems. Let's see how it works in the real life. We will start by resetting the receiver. Let's begin with the remotes which are most difficult to copy. This Top 44R will do. We will need to pair it with the receiver first. The pairing was successful. The receiver now accepts the command from the remote. Our 3-in-1 remote has not been paired yet, and the original remote has not been copied onto it. To make a copy, press and hold the button which will activate the automation equipment. For example, the A button. Continue holding it and you will see 1 flash and then 2 seconds later another flash. Place the copper remote face to face with the previously paired original remote. Now press and hold the activation button on the original remote. Let's check. The copying was successful. The original remote will also continue to work. They do not cause any cross interference. Let's play some more. Just like before, we'll need to reset the receiver. Let's pair this TWEE remote with an encrypted code. We can check the type of generated code by holding down the activation button. 3 flashes every 2 or so seconds means that the code is protected. Let's pair it with the receiver now. We can see that the original remote works. Now let's make it more difficult for our copy remote and change the position of the dip switches. The remote still works. Now let's copy. 3-in-1 remote is not paired because the previously copied code was erased from the receiver. To make a copy, hold any button. The remote will flash once and then emit a series of flashes. The remote is now in programming mode. With the button still pressed, place 3-in-1 remote for Kame face-to-face with the original remote. Press and hold the activation button on the original remote until 3-in-1 remote for Kame emits a long continuous flash. The copy remote has been paired successfully with the receiver. The original remote still works. Let's pair some other remotes too. Let's start by resetting the receiver again. Now let's pair this AT04 remote with a rolling code. The pairing was successful. The copy remote no longer works because its code was erased from the receiver. We can copy the code and assign it to any button. Let's copy to button D, for example. The copying is done using the same principle as described before. Hold down the chosen button, wait for the flashes. With the D button still pressed, place 3-in-1 remote close to the original remote and press and hold the activation button on the original remote until you see a long continuous flash on 3-in-1 remote. As you can see, the copy remote is now recognized by the receiver. The copy remote will also copy this 24-bit top series original remote without any issues. The original code can be copied to any button on the copy remote. Both remotes will work in parallel after copying. See the instruction manual for more details. As always, thank you for watching.